So yeah, I have an intention after I've finished filling the boat. I have an intention to come back come back and talk to those guys, and then go out with them and see how they works out there. And by doing that, and then because of my experience in the hospital, I've been working in the hospital for over 20 years now, and saving lives is all I know. So I say, with my experience, if I go out with these guys, I'm going to ask them, I don't know if they do or not, but I'm going to ask them if ever somebody had done a CPR kind of class with these guys, or CPR instruction with these guys. And they told me, to say, so that was just me. I was just thinking. So I said, okay. I said, because, I don't have to be an instructor. It's like drinking water now. I've been doing this thing for over years. I've saved so many lives in the hospital emergency room. Like, of course, Suburban is a shock trauma hospital. So I've saved so many lives. I said, so if I go out, I think I can do this with these guys. So I came in that afternoon and asked the guys, I said, guys, okay, I want you guys to go out with me. I want to see what you guys do out there. I got the two captains here. I got Sigismund here. I got Andres here. I got Victor here, and I got Thomas here. So, and all the other guys are here too. So I decided, I said, guys, let's go out there. So we start, and then we go out. So on the way out now, they tell me, they say, oh man, you're lucky. I said, what do you mean? He said, the water is calm. I said, the water is calm. Look at me going bouncing upside down. He's telling me the water is calm. They said, no. So guys, you know what I did? A friend of mine, he borrowed me his life jacket. So I told the guys, I said, guys, I want two life jackets. I said, the first one is to make sure I am floating in case I go down in the water. As you guys can see, this is all lead. I was just sink. And then the second one is just in case, because I want to really float in the water. So that was the reason. They said, well, don't worry, man. We all know how to swim. So yeah, so this life jacket I'm wearing right now is from David. I borrowed that from David and blessed David. And he was like, Bobby, they said, do you need an arm ones too? The floaty for your arms? I said, no, I think I'll be fine. So, but anyway, these are the guys. So I'm going out now with these guys. We're right now in the ocean. And then they're telling me stuff, the kind of fishing they did. They have this little baits that they make. It's the little law. It's not a live bait, they call it. They made that with wood. They're painting, and then they will throw that in the water while they're moving around. They will use that and use that to catch fish. It's just a little lure right there. You can see those two guys holding the lure right there, standing right there holding it. They show me, they say, please, if you can give us a live bait. A live bait to this guy means a lure that's probably had look plastically and look like a fish, and the real one, but it's a 150-pounder, the bigger ones, because they want to catch some big fish. Sometimes they have tendency of catching big fish and sometimes the little fish because they're out there in the ocean 4 days. Big fish! We're going to get some big one now, man. Look at this thing. Okay. Guys, this is a handmade. We need a real bait. So when I come, they can also for them, boy, let them get real baits, man. All right, good luck. And I keep telling them, I said, how do you guys get along? They said, well, what we here, we all brothers and uncles and fathers and everything. Then, they tell me how they get along, the way they cook. They use the bar all the way in the back right there. From the captain is right sitting up there, and that's on the front. That's where they use to cook with, and then they sleep, they switch their thing. They have this big, huge thing in the middle where there are ices, all of that. They showed me all of the stuff, and then we were bouncing up in this place here. We went to the quay, the water quay, one of the biggest quay in the whole world, and all of those boats that you guys see in here, they have those tanker boats. They have the boats that comes in, the ships, I should say. The ships that deliver stuff here, the container ships, and then you have those fishing things here, they call it the trawlers. Those fish those ones are the bigger ones this is the Atlantic Ocean, guys. This is the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm just standing right there. These guys are showing me all the techniques and all that stuff. And then I asked them about the CPR class that I was thinking. I asked them, I said, guys, do you guys know if anything happens here, how can you save yourself? If you have a heart attack or you have somebody pass out, stop breathing. They said, we don't have no idea. We just going to, that never happens here. Most of these guys been fishing over 20 years too. Some are new fishermen, but some of them been fishing here for a very long time. And then they told me, they said, no, we don't know. I said, well, guys, if you don't mind. One of them said, are you the doctor? I said, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm just going to show you techniques and ways to survive. I said, I'm not an instructor, but I've been doing this for over 20 years. I can do it now with my eyes closed. You know, in the emergency room, that's all we do. We save lives sometimes, some we don't, you know. But most of the time, 80 out of 90, we're trying to bring them back. Even if it takes us that long, we're trying to bring them back. We got a great team at Suburban Hospital, a very wonderful team. It's a trauma unit. We do a lot of stuff. But so I talked to the guys, and then they said, okay, you can give us the class. So I said, oh, you guys are ready? So I started with the class, showing them a different basic stuff. I said, you got to remember the ABC. You got to know how to breathe on people. You got to know how to do the compression. You got to know when to do it, because if somebody's breathing, you don't want to do it. So I gave them all of that, and they were so happy. They were so happy after we finished most of the techniques, and I gave some of them, and they were doing it, and they were like, you know what? This is the first time in Sierra Leone that somebody ever done. They say, one of the guys has been doing this for over 28 years. This is the first time somebody came here and tell us to do this, you know? So I give them the advice. I say, yes, guys. I say, this is tough. I've been doing this for a long time. I can do this with my eyes closed. So, but what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to practice this. Every week, try it twice a week. When you guys in town, try it. Keep doing it until for a month or 2 months, so you can get used to it. You do once, twice a month, then once a month, and then you keep going. And that way, you not only have to do it in the ocean, you can do it at home. You can save some people at home. It said, because if your father, your mom, your dad, it says, because sometimes some people in the city right now died because we can't bring them up from doing the CPR, the resuscitation stuff. So I gave them all that idea and all that, and they were so happy to know it. We came back, they were asking me all of this question again. I keep answering them, and I was really happy on that. At least I know somebody in Sierra Leone. I'm sure probably you have the doctors, a few of the nurses. They probably, a lot of them, hopefully knows how to do this kind of thing. And then hopefully with these guys going out there practicing more, they can teach some of their fishermen too, in case something like that happen to them in the ocean right there. You know, after talking to most of those guys out there in the ocean and telling them that they can take this home, and some of them were really shocked, because I don't think a lot of Sierra Leoneans don't know that they can really save people's life from doing CPR if they're dying. Because right now, if somebody's dead, you know, if somebody's dying, they just assume there's nothing. They just have to wait for medical help. There's nothing they can do. But with this experience, hopefully I gave to these guys, they can take this to their families so they can have hope. They can believe that they can save people's life. Because right now, a lot of people are dead here. I'm sure if a lot of these people know about the CPR, the resuscitation stuff to bring people back, I believe with my faith, and I believe with what we have done in the ER, a lot of people that will bring back. I believe these people can do the same thing here. I know I've shown these guys so much stuff about the CPR and all that stuff. When they go back home, they're going to be thinking about it. But I would love to know and go out there, train some of these guys to have a certificate, not even a certificate, but really they can be instructor to go around and instructing people in Sierra Leone to save lives, because that would be a wonderful thing to happen in this country.